So we're going to be using the pen tool for selecting and colouring in our image. So we can use Control+ on our keyboard to zoom in, and then if you hold down spacebar and drag your image, you'll be able to move it around. So we click the pen tool icon on the toolbar, and then we just click, and we can work around corners as well. So if you click and drag, holding the mouse down, you'll be able to create curves. So this part of the picture is mainly straight lines, but on the corners we can curve around it. So you just click on it and then drag it a little bit. So again, we use the space bar, hold down the space bar and click with our left mouse to drag the image around as a shortcut. And then we go selection up the top. So this will make it into a selection, which is like the little ant trail. And we just press OK. So now what we want to do is we want to pick up color from our original image. So similar to like we did in the first video, we click on the other video using the eyedropper tool and click on our sign. Then we get our paint bucket tool, and making sure that we're on the background layer, we drop that color in with the paint bucket tool. So I know that the Mont Albert is blue, but we'll change that a bit later on. So if you just hover over the tools, you can see what tool it is. It'll show you. And then we want to drag, hold spacebar down and drag all the way down to the bottom. For this image, I'm just going to do the same thing again, using more curved lines on these rocks. So I start at one section and I hold down my mouse when I'm moving around. And it's a little bit of trial and error. It does take a little while to get used to the pen tool, but it's probably one of the most handy tools to use in Photoshop because you can do so many things with it. And then if you make a mistake, what you can do is you can go up to the history section and just click back one. So if it's just this little tick here, and you just open that, and that way you can just undo multiple things at once. So we're trying to get our curves right. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that they're joined together as well, the start and the finishing point. So once they make that shape, we click selection again, similar to before, and we press OK. And then we do the same thing again. We pick our eyedropper tool, zoom in. See, I'm dragging across down to the bottom, and I can take the picture from these rocks, the color from these rocks. But I don't really like that color. So I'm going to take a bit from another spot. So I'm going to take a brighter color just to make the picture really contrasting and vibrant colored. So Control- to zoom out. And then we get our paint bucket tool and making sure that we're on background again. Oh no. So because there are so many dots in this area, it's only a little bit of the red has come up. Because there's a lot of tone in dots. So that's fine. It just means that that will be a more subtle part of the image. So what I decided to do here was try and change it to a lighter color. So I can just undo my paint bucket, go back to the other image, and then use my eyedropper tool, pick a color that I think might look nice, orange, go back to my paint bucket tool and click on that. And it's still quite dark, but it is subtle.